Hey everyone, Hudson here, and welcome back to another video. Medium is quickly becoming one of the best places for writers to earn money from their writing. And there are tons of writers earning a full-time income writing 20 to 30 articles per month. But to be honest, that's a lot of articles to write. So in this video, I'll be breaking down what to focus on to consistently earn $1,000 per month writing 2 articles per week. This is exactly what I do, and I believe it's a sweet spot not only for Medium's algorithm, but for combining it with everyday life. Even if you have a full-time job, a family, or other commitments, 2 articles per week is manageable for anyone on just about any schedule. Let's get into it. So I just want to validate something really quickly. If you're a new writer, the idea of writing 2 articles per week may seem daunting to you. And as much as I'd love to share all of my nerdy productivity tips on how to write consistently with you, it's a personal journey. The only real way for you to build a consistent writing habit is to write consistently and learn what works for you over time. So today I want to focus not as much on how to write, but what to focus on when writing to maximize your article's reach and subsequent earnings. What are the most profitable topics to write about? So my advice is always to write from a place of passion, as I believe it is the most productive and enjoyable way to write online. That said, if your goal is to make money, it can be helpful to know what people are generally most interested in reading. And in my experience, from my own articles and from seeing what's popular on Medium, popular topics seem to fall under 2 categories, and that is famous or healthy. Almost anything you write can be housed under either of these topics. So for example, if you have an idea, 10 habits you use to stay mindful, instead of just presenting that idea as, here's what I do to stay mindful, you can hinge that idea on a story you read about a famous person or a famous method to attract more interest from readers. And on the other side, healthy, these could be things having to do with nutrition, exercise, or longevity. Almost everyone on Earth wants to live longer and feel better. What I found works really well is to lean on personal stories reflecting your own experience. That said, if either of those topics don't interest you, you can make any topic attractive and worth reading by nailing the headline and introduction. So I have a whole another video on how to write headlines. I won't go into detail on that in this video. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. But here are 2 really simple and powerful tips for taking any topic and packaging it in a way that people want to read. So the first is to start your headline by being as clear as possible. As writers, we often have a tendency to want to be clever with our headlines because we feel as though it makes it more interesting. And simply stating the facts can be a little bit boring. I know that's how I feel at least. As a basis, explain what the article will be about. So if it is 10 tips on how to live longer and healthier, start with a foundation of 10 tips to live healthier and longer. It's boring, but if you think of it as molding a piece of pottery, you need to put a big, ugly mound of clay on the wheel first before you can spin it into a pristine masterpiece. There's a rule in psychology in which human interest is piqued when we are 99% sure we know what's going to happen next. It's that 1% that will keep us intrigued enough to click on that article, continue watching that video, or listen to the end of a story when someone's speaking. So when you are writing the headlines to your articles, try to maximize on that peak level of interest by injecting some intriguing words into the title. So if it's 10 habits to live longer and healthier, you could add in 10 little known habits to live longer and healthier, or 10 counterintuitive habits. Any of those words that create intrigue are what are commonly known as power words, as they are powerful in creating interest and ultimately more people clicking on your article. Now, on Medium, pay is largely connected to the amount of reads you get, and a read is defined as anyone who reads your article for more than 30 seconds. So just having a captivating headline or writing intentionally clickbaity headlines to get people to click will not result in a read or more earnings. You need to write stories that offer value of some sort, so either tangible information, inspiration, or a story people want to read. And the best way to connect a click on your article to a read and ultimately a long read time is by nailing your introduction. Again, I won't go too into depth in this video. I like to think of an introduction as a bridge connecting a view to a read. And how you can do that is by creating a roadmap of what the reader can expect. So at a basic level, this involves a what, why, and a who/how. Everyone's different, everyone has their own style. Personally, I like to start off all of my articles with one line, introducing the reader to what the article is about, then paragraph on why it's important. I often inject a line or two connecting to a personal experience of mine, and then I connect it to who this will benefit and how. And this is one of the small details that contribute to what really matters on Medium. So as you may have heard, in August of this year, Medium made some changes to their algorithm, and with that, how articles are pushed out to readers. Here are a few key things that make all the difference in how much your stories earn on Medium. The first is engagement. So on Medium, when somebody reads your story, they can choose to clap for it up to 50 times, highlight certain areas of the story, comment, and if they like the story, they may even choose to follow you. And all of these are taken into account when Medium's algorithm is deciding which articles to send out to a broader audience and who to send your articles to. You want to write stories that enact action from the readers. So this could be claps, highlights, leaving a comment. You may want to leave a call to action at the end, asking them to follow you or clap for your story. Or you may want to rely solely on the writing itself to be captivating and enjoyable enough for them to take these actions on their own. All of this tells Medium that this story is worth reading, and it will push it out to more readers. And as this continues to happen, your story will build and ultimately go viral. This is also why it's really important to engage with other writers on the platform, especially when you're first starting out. Most writers I know have a routine of reading and engaging with other people's stories, so they show up in their notifications and have a higher chance of being seen and having their articles read as well. Ultimately, you would like to have a base of about 5 people who engage with all of your stories to help give your articles that initial boost to the algorithm. And a great way to do this is by mutually engaging on their stories. Personally, what I do is every time I post a story, everyone who leaves a comment on that story, I go to their profile, I read one of their stories, and I leave a comment on that story as well. If you don't have time for this or prefer not to, you don't have to, but at a bare minimum, I would be responding to the comments on your own stories just to garner that connection with your readers. And if you absolutely do not want to engage with anyone on the platform, you don't have to. Again, just know that your stories will have to be that much more engaging to read to build a following based on just the merit of your writing. As much as I think of Medium as something much more wholesome and deeper than a social media platform, it is one, and being social on the platform is important to help feed the algorithm. Medium also has a feature in which particular people on the platform can nominate your stories for a boost. This is helpful, although I found that stories that aren't boosted can earn just as much, if not more, as the boosted ones. So I always aim for natural growth, and if it gets boosted, amazing. Obviously, the main way to earn money on Medium is from the partner program. That's what makes Medium unique and why it continues to grow in popularity. But there are also really endless possibilities to earning money on Medium. I'd like to outline a few just to get your wheels spinning. Articles on Medium tend to rank very well in terms of SEO results. For example, I have numerous articles written on Andrew Huberman, who's a very popular neuroscientist and human health optimization expert, that rank on the first page of Google, even though I didn't write them for SEO, and that's not even something I know how to do or think about at all. Although those views coming from Google won't earn you much money, as money on Medium comes from member read time. That is, people who are Medium members. Non-Medium members can still read 3 articles per month for free. So that means that those articles that rank highly in SEO are still getting views, and if you have any other products or services to sell, you can sell them. Some examples of this might be affiliate links. If you sell a course or an ebook, ranking highly in SEO can be super profitable, even though the articles might not perform well on Medium. Or other ways to build an email list. Now, an email list is the backbone of any online business, and even if you don't have anything to sell now, I would recommend starting your email list so you have a foundation of people who enjoy your content and you can promote to later down the line. Now, you can promote your own external email list if you have one. For example, if you have a paid Substack account, Medium articles can act as a great advertisement for that, earning you more money. But Medium also provides a subscription link for all writers in which people can add their email to have your Medium stories sent directly to them. Now, as of August of this year, this has become additionally powerful because Medium has implemented a follower reward where they pay a higher rate for reads and read time coming from people who follow you. What I have done, and what can be a really smart way to maximize your earnings on Medium, is to add a call to action at the bottom of all of your stories where you can ask readers to follow you and or subscribe to your newsletter link, where emails will be sent out to them directly. If they are following you, hopefully they'll read them. You'll earn more money because they're following you. To summarize, the main aspects I recommend you focus on to maximize your earnings on Medium without having to spam your feed with articles are writing on a profitable topic or packaging your ideas to appeal to a wider audience. Whatever you write about, make it clear and intriguing, leaning on the 1% rule of human interest. Focus on what really matters, which is engagement, read ratio, and building a foundation of engaged readers, and utilizing some of the indirect methods of making money on Medium, such as promoting products or services, using affiliate links, and leaning on Medium's subscription feature to maximize the earnings coming from your followers. Okay, that is the end of this video. I really hope you found it valuable. If you have any questions, please leave those in the comments below. I love responding to comments. If you don't have a question, let me know what's on your mind, what's working for you, or anything else. It feeds the algorithm and really helps this channel grow. Okay, that's it. I appreciate you. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.